Singaporeans and visitors can now have a deeper appreciation of the city-state's rich history. This is through the recently reopened National Museum, which now features permanent galleries. Details from Elizabeth Cachin.
After a revamp, the National Museum of Singapore finally reopened last month. The museum now has permanent galleries which will greatly help the visitors to better understand the history of the country. Inside the museum, the visitors can see a part of a boulder which was used during the Second World War. They can also have the chance to watch an audiovisual presentation showcasing the rich history of Singapore.
Learning about Singapore history really requires us to bring alive a lot of the objects and artifacts in our collection. What we managed to do is to create a for people to understand how some of these objects are being used in old days.
The scent or fragrance of the tembuso flower can be smelled inside the museum. The tembuso flower has played a role in the history of the Lion City of Asia. This flower is also used to bridge the past and present of the country.
Is to recreate something horrible, to prompt the memory, to remind people of what it was like, to tell the story of how it's been cleaned up. So back in 1977, the Singapore River smelt a combination of fishy malodors, diesel oil and probably feces, all combined together to create this smell that, if you're old enough to remember, everybody talks about, yes, the smell of the Singapore River.
The museum goers can also take a peek into the country's industrialization. They can see the Cachin television, which was a homegrown brand in 1960s. With the current revamp of the museum, its officials hope that more Singaporeans would become more interested in their country's vast history. The People's Television, Elizabeth Cachin.